Morning everyone, it's Graham from Great Off-Road Adventures again. We're well into our trip now. We're about the halfway point. We're on to day 9 and today it's actually Eva's birthday. So big happy birthday to Eva. And so today we're going to do a repeat. We're going back to the drift loop at Turquoise Bay this morning. And we had a bit of a powwow last night. We looked at the tide charts and all that. And we figured if we got on with the day and got going a bit earlier, we could possibly cross Yardie Creek and head down into Ningaloo Station and do a bit of checking out and relaxing in Ningaloo this afternoon. So that's the plan for today. It's also our last full day in Exmouth. We camp back here again tonight, and then tomorrow morning we start heading south and go through Carnarvon, resupply and head for Shark Bay. So that's where we're up to. I think we're just getting the last few bits and pieces ready in the cars, and then we'll be out of here. I elected not to film our second snorkel at Turquoise Bay, and that was so I could enjoy the experience and take it all in, instead of trying to do that through the lens of a camera. So following our snorkel, we headed straight for Yardie Creek. We worked out off the tide graphs that we needed to arrive before 11 AM to have any good chance of crossing, which was about 2 hours earlier than we'd arrived the day before. So we arrived at 5 minutes to 11 and found a much more prospective crossing. After walking it and letting our tyres down, of which I let mine down to about 12 psi front, 15 psi back, I decided to give it a go. The reason why I went a little bit lower than I would normally with my tyres is because I was the first vehicle and the pioneer. I didn't want to find myself in strife, wanted to give myself the best possible chance of getting across. This is the magic you come across once you get past Yardie Creek. This is the first sort of spot as you head south. It's called Boat Harbour. Naturally, as you can see, it's very protected if you were to bring a boat, and you could probably even launch it off the beach if it was small enough. Water's perfectly blue, smooth as, beach is lovely and clean, and not another person in sight. So we're going to spend 5 minutes here relaxing with all the flies, and then keep making our way down. It's just so peaceful. Well, I've put Boat Harbour in the memory bank for next time we're passing through the area. It has some beautiful campsites and a pit toilet. I'd love to spend a few nights here, and you never know, might even see if we can't get the boat up here. down onto the beach, no issues. I checked my HEMA and I've got a waypoint marked here called Bandera Boat Harbour. Now, I think I got that from Google Earth or maybe from the DC website or something. But look, it's magic. There's a rock finger that comes out and a matching one coming from the other side, bit of a gap in the middle. And I think we're going to snorkel along this edge for a bit and cool off. We've got the awning and everything set up. We'll come back out of the water, have some lunch here, and then keep heading down the coast, hopefully to Ningaloo Homestead next. But this is just so peaceful, having gotten away from the main national park where the bitumen is and all the people. We haven't seen anyone else since we crossed Yardie Creek. It's just been us four, 2 cars, 4 people, and peace and quiet.
Swim with them?
Here he is coming behind you, Jess. Actually, there's a heap of them. They're all little sharks. There's like 5 or 6 of them. Yeah.
What are you doing?
All these fish are sharks. See these ones straight out in front of me, Karen? They've all got little black tips on there. They're little black tip reef sharks. Well, our snorkel was very short-lived because as we were climbing in the water, we suddenly saw this dolphin. And then I looked in front of me and there was these trevallies chasing bait fish. And we looked a bit harder, we saw a school of little black tip reef sharks, all of them about 50 centimeters long. And then we looked again to see the dolphin, look where the dolphin was. He'd swum out. Behind him was a big shark. Definitely a shark, can't tell you what type, but he'd have been probably as big as us. And so just for safety's sake and because we're remote, we decided we're not going to go and dabble out there in the water. So we flew the drones around and we got some really cool footage of the reef and fish and that sort of stuff. So see how that came out instead. Anyway, the fly's very friendly. And I think the general consensus amongst everyone is to have some lunch. My bread roll's a bit squished. A little bit of a shame, but hey, it'll still taste good. Anyway, let's get the goods out. Mayo, butter, some lettuce. Poor lettuce is getting banged around in the fridge a bit, but we've left the outer leaves on to protect it. Seems to be working okay. And I'll have some cheese and still on my ham. Right. That away. A knife. Well, roadside lunch complete. A little bit messy on the tailgate. Clean it up soon. Oh. A little bit messy on me too. Whoops. After leaving our beautiful lunch spot, we continued heading south. Our plan was to transit through the Ningaloo Station and exit back onto the main tarmac road. Sadly, we couldn't access any of the beaches once we'd entered Ningaloo Station land because it's private property, and the owners of Ningaloo have installed campsites and facilities at a lot of these beaches. So to access them, you need a book through Ningaloo Station and pay a few dollars. In exchange, they'll provide you with a key. Now look, I understand this procedure. It's to keep the numbers down, and it means that you can book a campsite and be assured it'll be available when you arrive. On the way through Ningaloo, we came across this fellow. He must have been relocating campsites. Little did he know he was dropping all his camping gear on the road behind him as he drove down. When we discovered the first lot, we tried to raise him on the UHF, but we didn't have any luck. We removed his gear off to the side of the road, and we gave his description to the fellow travellers who were driving in behind him, so they could pass on the message. What this shows to all of you is the importance of securing your equipment, whether you've got it on your roof rack or in your vehicle or in a trailer. It's important to secure it all adequately, otherwise it won't be there when you turn up on the other end and when you need it to set up camp. Coming up on it now.
Yeah, I got it.
If nothing else, we'll move it off of the track at least. I reckon it bounced that old mate's back trailer.
I think so too. It's on the fan peg.
It was just a tarp. If you grab that back one, I'll do the next two.
Well, hopefully the car in front doesn't chair.
There's big roll of shade cloth and some poles.
Oh yeah, mate, isn't
And is there something this black thing just...
like after the chair.
Yeah.
I'll tell them if you see old mate white Pajero.
Just give old mate
That's about the 4th lot of stuff I pulled off.
There's tons of stuff up there as well.
Okay.
Jerry cans and fuel cans.
I reckon we passed a dude that was in a white Pajero going road train. He had a caravan and then a little box trailer behind the caravan.
We think the box
I reckon
trailer's just dropping off.
He just keeps hitting bumps and the box trailer's just kicking it out the back. So I don't know how far up you're going, but if you see him,
Have you tried him on charm?
I tried him
We
on
tried
40 and we're on 10, so no idea, hey. But if you see him and you want to give him the heads up, but he probably doesn't even have half his stuff to set up camp tonight. But
No, it doesn't look
well,
like
good. I don't think I'm going to waste my time picking up the rest of the stuff, hey.
There's a lot there, eh? I was driving around it so he'd see it when he came back.
I know. I feel bad for him, but you know, he was like 4Ks back and past, and it's like, what, you turn around, try and chase him down, or?
Not much you can do.
The 23 kilometres from the Ningaloo homestead back to the Manila Exmouth road are absolutely bone crunching. From there we headed north again. Jess and I discussed and decided to go and visit the gorges on the eastern side of Cape Range, giving Kieran and Eva a bit of time to themselves to celebrate Eva's birthday. Well, we've made it all the way to the top of Charles Knife Canyon. We went up a little bit further, had a look-see, and we've come back and we've settled on this spot here. The view of the canyon below us and out over the Exmouth Gulf, just superb. So we're going to set some chairs up, set the table up, get the Weber going for our barbecue, and crack a couple cold drinks and relax. I just can't get over that view. It is all time. Just awesome. I did message Kieran and Eva. It's Eva's birthday tonight, so we said to them, look, go off and do your own thing if you like. We also offered for them to come up here. So at this stage in time, we're rolling solo. They might show up, they might not, but look, it is Eva's birthday, so we're going to give them some peace and quiet and some privacy to enjoy each other's company instead of having third and fourth wheels. I still think we're better off up here.
There's someone on the radio too.
Our radio?
Yeah.
Was it them?
Didn't sound like them. But then I could...
The view from the top of Charles Knife Canyon was awesome. I honestly don't know why it doesn't feature on more postcards and advertisements for the region. From the top of Charles Knife, we watched the sun go down, we enjoyed some snacks and some drinks, and then we made our way back to camp for the night. Well, that wraps up episode 6 of Rocks to Reefs. I hope you're enjoying watching them so far. If so, please stick around because in episode 7 we leave Exmouth and make our way to Coral Bay. We stop in at Oyster Bridge for a swim and then head towards Steep Point, which is the westernmost point of mainland Australia.